anyone else and I was cheap. Friends, how do we best promote Rotary? Much discussed. Already today we've been through a myriad of things. There's no doubt that we all have our ways. We really need to work hard to lift Rotary's image in our communities. One major point has really stuck in my craw in recent years. No matter how hard we try, we can't get clubs and districts behind Rotary Day or Rotary Week. Pretty simple concept, and it can work, and it will work if we get our clubs and districts all singing the same song. The first step, of course, is to have the gear, and to tag the right day, February 23, of course, is our birthday. That great man Barry Aitken and RU Promotions has designed some great banners, please, boys. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
A loud front church is a little slow, but he means well.
Yeah.
How good a day?
Once upside down.
He's just found a spelling mistake there. Thank you. And friends, along the front of the stage, there's some happy birthday shirts. Now, they're the cheap model. They're nowhere near as nice as those shirts the boys are wearing here. But it all adds or helps to build the theme, doesn't it? It helps us to get a message to our communities effectively, simply, on any one day or week. There's so many things we can do. Some districts are already doing it well. Rob Woolley last year, 9710, did a great job to encourage the spirit within this great Rotary district. And of course they had fun. And who wants to have fun these days? We need to be creative. On the RU website for some years now, there's been 100 ways to celebrate Rotary Day. There's some great ideas on there. I urge you all to go on and check out the list. The list is endless. And when you stand up, please, team, this great team here, have a look at this. That's what we call going the extra mile. You've all seen those shirts this morning, but they really are very creative, create the right spirit and atmosphere. How good is that? Thank you, team. Great job. We've talked often, we need to use all forms of the social media to promote. That's vital. Encourage our friends to read the Facebook entries, all of which to help promote Rotary's birthday. Community Awards nights are a sure winner. They recognise young and old alike, vocations, and they involve families. And families come along and support the function. It's 300 or 400 to a function so very easily. It shows the Rotary flag, the Rotary brand so very well, what we do in our communities. Great idea for this year, with our President's theme. Why not organise a peace through service, forum or conference in your town or district? There are any number of Rotary Peace Scholars available, all of whom would come a moment's notice, of course, if you pay their airfare down, and really sell that story and what Rotary is doing around the world so very effectively. There's so many simple things. Walkathons, bikeathons for schools, all a significant cause, and again it involves the families of those kids. We support the Rotary, of course, with our polio campaign. Peanut for Polio campaign last year raised $32,000 for our foundation, quite harmlessly, quite painlessly. We urge you all to become involved in that again. The pins are available now, the order forms are out. Start to plan your club's involvement now. There are more freebies, samples, the front desk. The key to that Pinnet for Polio program is really the attached card. It tells the story of our campaign so simply and briefly, effectively. to be able to walk into a railway station, perhaps on a busy work day in the morning, and sell 100 of those to passers-by, helps spread the road, helps give a message for Rotary's birthday. Special nights are great. Had a long time theme in the back of my mind to encourage or support, to recognise ethnic groups by way of a special night during Rotary Week. So easy. We cry about the need for new members from these ethnic groups, but rarely do a positive thing that might encourage them to develop a liking for Rotary. That's all we have to do. Go out in our community and look for these groups, involve them, recognise them. Speaking tours of local schools, community organisations, other organisations, not only Rotary, are looking for public speakers to their clubs. We can get off our butts and go into a little bit more in that area. We've talked about Community in Motion. They went like hotcakes this morning, so obviously some people still had a use for them. There are still supplies of those available from the last issue. We're planning a 100,000 run for the Sydney Convention. And of course, what better time to promote Rotary prior to, during and after that convention in May, June of 2014. It'll be a wonderful event. People from near and far, clubs and districts around Australia, New Zealand, our neighbouring islands, all involved. Magic, exciting time. We need to involve ourselves now. We need to start to plan now. Be sure to brand everything that we do. If you talk to Barry Andes and Paul Reed and their staff at RDU Merchandise, they will talk to you about helping you design your own product. So easy. And look, everything that you do, and I know it's a free plug, but do you know that organisation has pumped $550,000 back into Rotary in the last 5 or 6 years that Barry has run that organisation. And that's what, thank you, those funds have come by way of royalties to RI, of commissions back to clubs who help conduct sales booths at functions like this, of discounts, and of course Barry loves to buy favourite beers, so if you see him here, say, Barry, I'll have that beer now, and he'll buy it. Friends, all of these things fall in the line if we make up our minds to do it and do it well. It really is that important. The things you've seen are just a drop in the ocean. I have an RDU promotional pack along the front for all of you. They're free too, so be sure to get your pack for your club before you go. They're chock-a-block with flyers and great ideas for the year ahead. So I urge you all to help yourself to those at the break. We've had a bonus. The workshops have been so good, haven't they? They've been great sessions so far. In the earlier one, with Phil Archer's team this morning on public image, Kerry Cornhauser raised the point that March 8 is International Women's Day. Now, why don't we seize on that? In our clubs and districts, why don't we have a city dinner for women to recognise women in our communities organised by women in Rotary? What a great thing to hang our hat on during the next year and in future years. What a great way to sell Rotary to our communities, to sell women in Rotary. Get that 17% up to 50% or even more, who cares? I think that's a wonderful initiative to follow Rotary Week with International Women's Night, sponsored by Women in Rotary. I guess the parting message is to grow your Rotary knowledge, use all of those things. There's some copies of RDU there, there's samples of tours. We're building on Tanaka's peace forums. 3 forums to be held in Berlin in November, Honolulu in February, and Hiroshima in May of next year. We have some high-profile leaders to lead those tours for you via RDU tours. In John Thorne, Des Lawson and Stuart Hill, with their partners, of course. And they'll be great times. Short notice, of course, for Brisbane, but there's some flyers there. So please build on those, see those people. We're also doing something with Ian and his 955 team with the Dilly Conference. That'll be a very special event, folks. Thank you very much.